Hello, wonderful people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm back with another fragrance review. Today is a classic, something blast from the past. It's a 1980s baby, and the fragrance I bought it there's a funny story behind it. I intended to buy the male version, then I ended up buying this. I did not notice. Even at this stage, I make mistakes. But the thing is, I made no mistake with the smell. I fell in love with the smell. I've been checking this bottle out for at least a year plus. It was stuck in one of the shops, and I wanted to buy it all the time because it's not very expensive. But for some reason, I never ended up buying it because I have a lot of powerhouses. So this fragrance is a powerhouse and built for women, but I think men can easily use this. Sorry about that. So I'm having my long sleep after a long time, and with the coffee, I'm starting my day. It's about 7:45 in the morning. I had solid sleep about like 10 hours. Ooh. I had 6, then I took a break, then 4. Sounds like a job, right? So we are going to be reviewing today Elizabeth Taylor's Passion for Her. Usually there's another one called Passion for Men, and there's a colon concentrate or something like that. I forgot. The one for men would say for men here. The one for men, it's very hard to find and discontinued. This perfume, I don't know how rare it is, but I do not see it everywhere. And if you like powerhouse fragrances, as well as something, if you like to take a challenge, it's a heavy perfume with like glorious performance. So if you are interested in that kind of perfume, check out the review. So I have it pre-sprayed on the paper for half an hour or so just to get to the dry down, and it's like drying down beautifully. So I'll tell you everything you need to know about it, like, dislike, what are the challenging parts, who's it for, seasons, performance, price, everything like that. Okay. So first of all, this fragrance, I think they offer probably few bottle sizes, if I'm not mistaken. Like these bottle sizes are pretty weird. The one I have today is 44 ml. If you could see, it's 44 ml, and I never seen in 44 ml before. I have seen 30, I have seen 50, I have seen a different bottle size, but never seen. I've seen 40 also, 44 never seen. So pretty classic. If you see the bottle box design, it looks like a cartoon from 90s or 80s, like Thundercats or back in the time. The graphics pretty nice though. I think that's pretty nice because this house belongs to the famous actress Elizabeth Taylor, and she's like Audrey Hepburn and her, two of the legends of not perfumes, films in the back in the time, and they were the queens and diva of their time. So this fragrance comes in, I think, EDT concentration, has this sort of a purple color at the back, as some the ingredients mentioned, and I believe this is made in USA. Okay, yes, it's made in USA, and bottom you're gonna find your batch code and stuff like that. Nothing much to the box, but I really like the old school boxes. The bottle is pretty beautiful. I mean, I really like it, and it looks similar to something. It looks like a stone basically, like, here you go. It looks pretty damn nice. The one of the men, they have a darker cap. So when I posted in the group, I did not notice it's not for men. One of our brothers, I think brother Henry, he said this looks different from my bottle that I have, and I said maybe it's a new batch or the smaller bottle. I don't know. Then I realized later that this bottle is for women, but never mind. The juice, I always liked it. So it has this golden cap. It's made of plastic, very light plastic, but it has some some design going on, and it's kind of like doesn't click on, but it's easily snug fit. And that the sprayer is pretty old school. Like, look at that, how tall that is. Golden inside, it's kind of like cream colored, and the bottle doesn't say anywhere the name of the fragrance. Bottom you're gonna find the batch code and stuff like that. So my batch code is 6SA1, and I don't know if it's a new or old. And the fragrance, if you hold it against the light, the bottle color, I believe, is purple. I cannot show you because it's not facing any light. I think no, never mind. So this one is purple bottle. Juice color, I'm not sure. Distribution is pretty damn good on this one. If you want to see distribution, very big mist it gives. All right. So this fragrance, I will read the notes from Fragrantica because there are tons of it. Okay, and I know I got at least 4 notes when I sniffed it for the first time. But let me tell you. So this fragrance was released in 1988. Okay, and top notes are aldehydes, artemisia, coriander, gardenia, bergamot, ylang ylang, and lily of the valley. Yes, those I was never gonna remember. And this such long list of notes, man. These are the way old school perfumes were built. And then middle notes are honey, tuberose, sandalwood, patchouli, orris root, jasmine, heliotrope, cedar, rose, and spicy notes. Heavy, like notes breakdown. sorry, really, the voice is broken in the morning. Base notes are leather, musk, coconut, civet, vanilla, oak moss, incense, sandalwood, and cedar. So you can see this fragrance. It's a lot. Um, when I smelled it for the first time, like some 1 year back, I thought like this was the kind of fragrance I really like because what do you call? I love kouros. If you do like kouros, this is that same family. Okay, something in line of Antaeus, kouros. Those are the animalic notes. It's floral. It's clean at the same time. It's kind of like dirty with the civet. At the same time, it has this dreamy quality about it. You do not know exactly what you're smelling. The notes are jumbled together so intensely, you cannot pick up particular notes like, oh, that's jasmine, oh, that's honey. You smell all of them together. And that's the beauty of these fragrances, okay? In the 1980s era, fragrances were bold. Fragrances were very, very intense. And the fragrance used to wear like 1 to 2 sprays, last you the whole day. This one, I get about 8 hours mark on my skin in the high heat, but I think in the cold weather, this is where it is gonna shine. I'm reserving this for cold weather definitely. So the thing is, first thing that when you spray it, like it feels kind of like I would say harsh and kind of like strong, and it could be off-putting to some people because it comes off as a floral bomb. It's like hits you with a floral bomb. It's like heavy aldehydes and sounds other notes that I just told you they have in the opening. It's kind of challenging, but if you let it sit on your skin for 20-25 minutes or half an hour or so, it gets really beautiful. You can smell that honey, you can smell the civet is there, but it's not like the animalic. It gets that more beautiful. That's when you start to see that it could be worn by women. So this perfume, I think in the modern day, women would not want to wear unless they are risk takers, they are mature noses, and they actually like to wear something like a fragrance that has like a let's say Dior's poison line. If you like Dior's poison line, this is pretty much in that poison category. Okay, another thing is I want to forget to tell you the bottle design. This bottle design reminds me of Tower perfumes. Their bottles kind of looks like this, and then this one, Alien. I'm not saying they're copying Elizabeth Taylor's bottle, but it looks kind of like a stone shape. It kind of has that feel, like similar bottle. So mine, Alien, is a small bottle, I think 30 ml. I love this fragrance. Okay, so this perfume easily can be pulled off by men who like those powerhouses. If you like colder weather fragrance, kind of like the oak moss, the civet, those notes. If you want to take a challenge, you can definitely wear this very beautiful perfume. If you actually love your like what do you call powerhouses, this is one fragrance will definitely appeal to you. I would not recommend blind buying this at all, but if you want to be a collector and you want to collect kind of like older perfumes, this has to be one of the best perfumes you can get in your collection. But it's a love it or hate it kind of perfume. Okay, so I read one comment. Someone said this fragrance would be, he or she bought it and then they loved it, but they think it's suited better to his or her mother or grandmother. So it has that old school vibe. So I'm not trying to say this is very modern. So yeah, it has some age. 88 is the like I was like 7 years old at that time. So that's when this was released. So definitely it has to smell like that era. The films, the music, the food culture, people how they used to dress. This one represents, I think, perfectly. Definitely brings back memories. I definitely used to smell this out there. Like Opium. Those fragrances. People used to wear that time. Fragrances, the culture was different. So I absolutely love it. I think it's gonna do its magic. It's gonna smell very, very beautiful, kind of powdery, kind of floral, kind of animalic at the same time, and that honey, it's gonna give you the sweetness. So altogether, what you get from this perfume is a powerhouse, power pack perfume. You do not need to overspray this, then you're gonna really disturb people. Wear it at nighttime, very, very suitable that for that time. Do not wear this in the daytime, high heat. Okay, but if you want to wear something that's very strong, you don't mind it in the daytime, you can. If you rock kouros in daytime, I would suggest easily go for this. But if you find the bottle, so price on this, I think I paid not for 44 ml. I think I paid what, $15 or $16. Yeah, that was the price range I paid for it. So you can see it's very, very inexpensive. But big bottle could be a little bit more. So I like it, and I don't think Absolute is for everybody. Mostly, it's definitely not for teenagers. It's not for people who like Sauvage or more like Dior Joy, this kind of perfume. This is exactly polar opposite of those. It has depth, it has darkness, it has a kind of like love it, hate it, kind of animalic feel. But you guys know my taste. I would put this definitely in my winter beast mode or powerhouse list. This is definitely gonna be there. So even though I made the mistake, I don't know how that men's one smell. I tested once long time ago from brother Shahan, and I forgot how that smells. But I think not much difference. This DNA is definitely is in the men's one, but the men's one perhaps a little bit more masculine, less floral. That's the best I can remember. But if I find it, I'll review for you. Okay. So Elizabeth Taylor, Passion for Women. It's a very beautiful perfume. I'm giving it from the smell and from also one other perfume. Let me show you. It reminds me of. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot because I was thinking in my head like which one did I forget. There's something that is very similar to this in my collection, but not exactly same. That is by Bogart Furyo. This another discontinued gem, very hard to find nowadays and very expensive. This and this definitely has similar vibes. So it also has that beautiful purplish kind of bottle. Very nice perfumes. So try these fragrances out if you really like powerhouses. Something new perhaps to discover in the colder months. Wearing the same old safe fragrance sometimes can get boring. Right? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be doing one more review later part today. See you soon. Bye bye.